Yes, sir.
Hello? Are you guys already there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so three. So there are at least three students who responded. All right, so I hope the others are already in here. All right, so let's have an example, okay, regarding with this if statement. So we have sample problem number 6. So in here, write a program that allows the user to input for the username and password. So display successful login if the username is S218 and password is computer. Okay. Otherwise, display the message alert intruder. Okay. Okay, so let's try to create this one. So we have here a picture box wherein has a picture of this area. And then we have three labels. So user authentication and then username and then password. And then two text box and then one button. And then this is the sample output, okay, where it's in form of message box. All right, so let's try to create this one. So let me just delete everything and delete everything. Okay, so in here, we need picture box. So just search for the picture box and then put it on the side. And then we have three labels. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we have a button. There's the login button. And then two text box where we can put our, let's change this one. We can put our username and password. So let me just change the font size of those 25. So there you go. Oops. User authentication, username, password. Okay. So change this one into user authentication. And then the label 2 will be username. And the label 3 will be the password. And this button will be named as login. So in this case, I would like to change this one into brown. Okay, background or back color. Not really brown. Light brown maybe. Indian red. There you go. Just to add some flavors in it. And in here, we will put the picture of this logo or say a logo. So in my case, I'll use my snipping tool to get that one. So I'll crop this one and then save it to my pictures. And then I'll name it say a logo. There you go. And in here, we can actually import that one. You just first, you have to change this one into stretch image. And then in here, we have the option choose image. Okay, just click that one. And then go to local resource. Okay, and then click import. And then it will start browsing to your computer. So in my case, it's on the pictures. And there you go. So just click this one and then click open. And then hit OK. So yeah. It's quite pixelated, but it's fine. Okay. All right. So in here, we have the one that we need to program is the login button. Okay. So double click this one, and then it will lead you to your coding area. So the question here is, so write a program that allows the user input for the username and password. So display success login if the username is S218 and if the password is computer. So in this case, we have to declare two variables, beam user, and then pass as string. Okay, so we will use string because it's our input is not a number anymore, so it's a letter, and we have to pass the value of text box one. So text box one is for the user, the username, and then text box two is for the password. So user. So whatever is the value of our text box one, the text, it will be passed onto our user. And one thing that I will just show to you guys. So notice this squiggly green or light green. Okay, so it's just an indicator that you haven't used or you didn't use this variable yet. Okay, so user doesn't have a squiggly line because you have already used it. But in here, it is saying that, hey, you have declared a variable, but you didn't use it. So you have to use it. So it's trying to warning you that you have to use that variable, or you have an unused local variable. Okay, so in here, yeah, we're not going to use it. So pass is equal to text box to the text. Right? And the next one is if statement. So if text box one, I mean user, because we've already passed the value of text box one to our user. If user is equal to 218, so this is one thing that you guys need to take note. If it's a string, you should always enclose it with a double apostrophe. Okay. And of course, for the password, it's equal to what is the password that we have in here? Computer. Okay. Actually, you can have your own password. You can have your own username. Okay, but for this example, we'll just follow this one for now. And then we'll try to change it later. Pass is computer. Okay. And yeah, that's it. Then we have to display a message box. It is saying that successfully login. Okay. Now, if this is true, okay, then this will be initiated. However, if this is false, then we have to put here else. Okay, we're in message box. So in here, what is the condition? Alert intruder. So otherwise, display the message alert intruder. So in here, just type in alert intruder. There you go. Okay, so let's try to check if this one is working already. Okay, so we have a username of S218 and then password of computer. Right? So if you will click login, of course, it will give you successfully login since we have met the condition. Okay. However, let's say this one is a small letter S. Okay, notice on our program, it's capital letter S. So in here, it's a case sensitive. Okay, because a small letter S and big letter S is not the same. So in here, if we change this one into S218 and then hit login, of course, it will give you alert intruder. Okay, since it wasn't able to meet the condition. All right. So I hope that you guys can see this one, though this one is super small, but it's actually alert intruder. Okay. So if you want to, avoid having a case sensitive, uppercase or lowercase, regardless of the uh, uh, say format of that letter, you can actually change the user into, or you can add another function. Okay, where in uCase for the user. Okay, and another uCase for the password. So regardless of the call this one capitalization or small letter of the letter, okay, so it will be transformed into capital. Okay, so the same with the computer. All right, so let's see if this one is working. Oops, my bad. So I just remember this is not where you're going to put the U case, but it should be on the text box. Okay, I forgot to mention that one. U case. So let me just find and then transfer it right here. Okay. User is used before it has been assigned a value. Oh, I guess it's fine. So in here, regardless of the value of your text box one, so it will be transformed into uppercase. Okay. So S218 and computer. Okay, let me change this one into capital letters. My bad. So that regardless of the capitalization or small letter of the word computer, so it will be the same since it will be transformed into uppercase. So UCase stands for uppercase. So small letter S, and then we have here computer. So it should give us, oops, alert intruder. Because this will be transformed already. Maybe the bracket is not correct. UCase pass. There you go. So it should be the text box only. Okay, whatever is the input on the text box, it will be transformed into uppercase. So the one that I did a while ago is incorrect since it's already trying to convert the entire expression into uppercase. So we should only transform whatever is the one that is inside of our text boxes. Okay, not the entire expression. So let's try this one. Small letter S and then computer. There you go. So we have here now successfully logged in. Okay. So the only time that it will give you alert intruder if it doesn't have the exact string, okay, or exact character, wherein I say S218 and then computers. So it will give you alert intruder. All right. So yeah, S218 and then let's say the com is capital. So it's also okay since they will be transformed into a capital letter anyway. So we still have here successfully logged in. Okay, because what important is we have the same characters, okay, regardless of the capitalization or small letter. So it is still the same or okay. All right, so are we clear with this one so far? Were you guys able to follow?
Yes, sir.
How about the others? All right, so one thing that we've missed is actually this one. So in password, as you guys can see, it's hidden, okay? So upon typing any characters in passwords, it will give you asterisk. So to do this one, okay, just go to the design, okay, and then go to the properties of this text box, okay, and then look for password char, okay, or password character, and then change this one into asterisk, or not change, put a character asterisk. So whatever is the character or string that will be entered to this password will be transformed into asterisk. Actually, you can it's not limited to asterisk. So you can change that one into question mark if you want. So in my case, I'll just use question mark for now. So let's try if this one is working. All right, so start. So S218 and then computer. So as you guys can see, it is giving me a mass character. Okay, wherein it's in a form of a question mark. All right, so that's how you mask, or that's how you, in other words, encrypt. So that's how we encrypt the characters on the password. All right, so in that case, we are now done with our sample problem number 5. Number 6, sorry. Okay. Computer. Successful. All right. So any question or clarification so far?
None po.
Question, guys? None? Are you guys still there?
Sir, still here.
All right. Okay, so I guess Mr. M. Darlson is trying to say something, but again, I didn't hear anything. I don't know, maybe my speaker is not working. Wala
Sabi ko lang, sir, nandito ka.
You can see that, you unmute yourself. How about the others? Can you guys hear Mr. M. Darlson? Naririnig niyo ba siya, guys? I guess he is trying
Hindi
to say
masyado.
something. Naririnig nyo. Medyo choppy. What happened? What happened to my mic? Headset. Okay, wait lang. Mag-test ako. Hello, 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 hello.
Clear naman, sir.
Yeah, so there you go. So I've changed my speaker into my laptop na lang. Because basically I am hearing your words from my earphones right here. But it seems that my earphone is not working. Anyway, I'll just use this one as my mic and then use my speaker as speaker of my laptop. Okay, as my speaker. All right. So yeah, we also have here the code of the sample problem number 6. So you can also try this one, or you can simply copy my code. Okay, right here. All right. So let's now move on to exercises. Okay. So in here, exercises, these are just your practice exercises. So I will not show this one to you guys anymore since this one is super easy and simple. Okay. So if an angle is equal to 90 degrees, show the message the angle is right angle. Else, show the message the angle is not a right angle. So we already have the sample code in here. So if angle is equal to 90, then message box the angle is right angle. Else, if this is false, okay, then message box the angle is not right angle. So as simple as that for the exercise number 1. Okay, so are we clear so far regarding with exercise number 1?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you can try this one. Okay, so I highly recommend you guys to try this one for you to be able to have some practice. Okay, the same with exercise number 2. If the temp is above 100 degrees, display the message above the boiling point of water. else display the message below the boiling point of water. Okay, so we already have the code in here. So if temp is greater than 100, then this message box will be shown. Or if this is false, then this message box will be shown. All right. So are we also clear with exercise number 2?
Yes.
So they are pretty much the same with exercise number 1, just a different condition and different message box or message inside of the message box. All right. For the exercises number 3 and 4, okay. So did I include this one as your? Just check. Third, fourth, no. So I didn't include the exercise number 3 and 4 as your part of your activity. So in this case, I will just show to you guys on how does this exercise number 3 work. So I have already my coding here. Our exercise number 3 to make our discussion faster. All right. So in here, if the num is positive, then add the number to postsum. Okay. So postsum is just another text box wherein if we have a positive input, it will be added to the postsum or positive sum. Else, add the number to next sum. So if it's not positive, then it will be added to our text box next sum. So here's the program looks like. So this is where we're going to put the number. So you can put positive or negative. So if it's positive, it will be added to the post sum. If it's negative, it will be added to the next sum. All right. So let me just give you a short demo. Okay, so if it's positive 5, so it will be added on the post sum. So add. So as you guys can see, it keeps on adding. So whatever is the last one will be added by 5. If I click add, so it will become 40. So if I'll make this one 2, of course, 40 plus 2 will become 42. Okay. 10, so 42 plus 10 will become 52. All right. However, if this is negative, so I can put negative sign. So negative 10 will be added on our next sum. So negative 10 plus negative 10 will negative 3, negative 30, negative 40, negative 50. So of course, I can also change this one into, let's say, negative 5. So negative 50 plus negative 5 will give you negative 55, right? And it's incrementing by negative 5. All right. So were you guys able to get on how this exercise number 3 worked?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right, so I hope the others get this one also. Okay, let me just explain the code. So we have the code of this program. So I've declared one variable as your local variable, okay, which is the num. And then I have declared two global variables. So if we have local variable, we also have global variable, okay. So later on, I will discuss on why did I declare this one as a global variable, not as a local variable. So in here, we're just simply passing whatever is the value of the text box 1 over num, which is this one. And yeah, and then the next one is followed by the conditions. So if num is greater than 0, then it will be added to the post sum. Okay, so this post sum keeps on changing. Okay, so if it's keep on changing every time, then you have to declare this one as global. Because if it's only inside, then whatever is the value, okay, whatever is the computed value, it will stay as it is. Okay, So you can try this one if you declare the postsum and negsum inside of the private sub button. Okay, if it's only a local variable, it will not keep on incrementing. Okay, and then whatever is the last value of the global variable postsum, okay, will be added by the num, okay, which is our text box one.text. Okay, and if our num is less than 0, then it will be added to our negsum. Okay, so they are pretty much the same when it comes to postsum, just a different condition, okay, and different variable name, of course. And then, of course, whatever is a value of the negsum right here, whatever is a final value of negsum will be displayed to our text box 2.text. And then postsum will be text box 3.text. Okay, so this is our text box 2.text for the negsum. And this is for our text box 3.text for the postsum. Okay, so yeah, that's how our exercise number 3 went. 3, okay, and then -3 will be added right here. So let me just show to you if you put this one as your local variable. Okay. So right here, if I say 5, if I click add, so it will not keep on incrementing since we didn't declare this one as global variable. So whatever is a value of that one, it will just loop inside of it. So just 5 and then 5, still 5. Okay, because initially this is 0, and then just add 5, so still 5. So 0 plus 5 is 5. Okay, so the same with negative. Okay, so as you guys can see, this one was changed into 0 again because every time that this private sub bottom will be clicked, it will be reset as nothing. Okay, so initially text box 1 that text is nothing. Okay, it doesn't have anything. So that is why we have to store the values of your postsum and negsum outside of this one, so that every time that this button will be initiated or will be executed, whatever is the last value of postsum will be stored as a global value or global variable. Okay. Oops. I accidentally clicked that one. All right, so let's try this one again. So -5, incrementing -5. +5, incrementing +5. All right. So I hope you guys were able to follow the exercise number 3. So are we clear so far? Well, of course, I know that most of you is having a hard time since this is your first time maybe seeing a code. Okay, so you have to analyze how this line work, how this line work, etc., etc. So that is why experience is your best teacher in here. Okay, so you have to experience it yourself on how it works. Okay, you can change, you can tweak. Okay, so don't you guys worry if you have errors, it will be displayed on our error list. Then it will give you some hints. Okay, what is your error, etc., etc. All right, so that's it for the exercise number 3. And then for the exercise number 4, so this one is super simple. If the slope is less than 0.5, then set the variable flag to 0. Else, set flag to 1. So in this case, I have also already prepared the exercise number 4. Okay, so we only have one input, one output. Starting with this one. Okay, one input, one output. So if it's less than 0.5, then it will display 0. I guess, is it 0? Yeah. But if it's more than 0.5, okay, then it will display 1. Okay, let's try that one. So 0.4 is less than 0.5, so it will give us a flag of 0. Okay. However, if it's 0.5, it will give us 1 already because 0.5 and above will give us a flag of 1. Right? And one thing that you need to check is the declaration of your num or of this variable. Okay, so it should be in decimal because if it's in integer, then it won't be able to read that one as a decimal. It will be only read as a whole number. Yes, Miss Michelle, about any question? Miss Michelle, about? All right. So false alarm daw. Wala daw pala siyang question. Anyway, so yeah, that's it for the exercise number 4. So here's the code. So very simple. Kaya nyo itong gawin. So I declared a number int. That is where I will store the value of text plus one of text. So if num is less than 0.5, then it will be displayed as 0. Okay. And if this is not true, then it will be displayed as 1. Okay, as simple as that. All right, so that's it for the exercise number 4. The next one is the exercise number 5. So I have also already prepared this one. So if the difference between volts 1 and volts 2 is less than 0.001, set the variable approx to 0. Else, calculate approx as volts 1 minus volts 2 divided by 2. So in here, you just simply need to follow the syntax or the formulas. So I have also already prepared that one. Oops, not new project, so open project. So exercise number 3, 4, 5. Oops, yeah, save changes. Okay, so we have here the volts 1, volts 2, and then the approx result. Okay, so let's just go with the code first. So if you're going to take a look on this one, so I hope that you guys can see this one. All right, so it says here, if the difference between volts 1 and volts 2 is less than 0.01, then set the approx to 0. So that is why I have just simply followed it. Okay, if volts 1 minus volts 2 is less than 0.001, then it will be displayed 0.001 on our text box 3.text. So text box 3.text is our approx. Okay, this is our text box 1, text box 2, and then approx. Okay, else set a variable, calculate approx as volts 1. Okay, right here, second condition, volts 1 minus volts 2 divided by 2. So whatever is the result, it will be divided by 2. Okay, so yeah, that's it. I didn't actually analyze it. I just simply followed the conditions. Okay, so let's try this one. So 1 minus 1 is a less than 0.001, okay, which is of course 0. So it will give us 0.001. Okay, however, if let's say 2 minus 1, which is already false for this one, will give us whatever is the computation of this one. So 2 minus 1 is 1, divided by 2 is 0.5. So what about 5? So it will give us 2, of course. So 5 minus 1 is 4, divided by 2 is 2. All right. So are we clear so far? All right, so we will stop here for now, and we will just continue the rest tomorrow. Okay, so as you guys can see, we are still at slide 21. Okay, so we have 49 slides more. All right, so I hope that you guys have already started your lab number 7 and 8, okay, and then the quizzes, since it will be due next week. All right, so yeah, that's it for now. Do you guys have any questions so far or clarification? question or clarification? Anyone? All right, so if you guys do not have any question anymore, then you guys may now go. And thank you guys for coming. See you guys tomorrow.
Thank you, sir.